Well, hello. We are live on YouTube, this is my last of my 6-week boot camp. So I am so excited that we have gone 6 weeks together. It has been a learning experience and a challenging experience. So if you have learned anything or challenged anything, then great, I did my job. Today, I wore this because I wanted you to remember your dreams. We talked about that frustration wheel, and sometimes we get frustrated. So don't quit. Okay. Don't quit. Call up. Don't quit. We talked about getting your backpack. So today is the last day. We're going to fill your backpack with so much knowledge and stuff. So today is an important one because it's really about the skincare class. It's about connecting at the skincare class is what happens before and after the skincare class. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. So this is going to be the last thing you're going to be able to put in your backpack. So again, it's something that you're going to have to learn to repel people's opinion and learn to know what to say. And honestly, talk from your heart. Okay. So I love boot camp 6 week because this has been a crazy great time to connect. It's been a great time to learn the basics. And honestly, the skincare class is where it's at. It's where you're going to get to meet the people. It's where you're going to get to connect with the people. And it's where you're going to really get ongoing sales, reorders, friends. I can't tell you how many friends I've gotten from having a facial. So I love the skincare class. Mary Kay says everything happens at a skincare class. Okay. Whether it's on Zoom, Facebook, or in person. I prefer in person because I love to see people's face and they took a little bit of time. So, you want to thank them for that. Okay, so let's talk about the skincare class. I will be posting the fill-ins like I normally do, okay? I do have some pictures that I will post on our Facebook page, how to set up a skincare class. But really, it is a few things we'll kind of talk about, okay? So what happens at a skincare party, right? There's 4 goals for your skincare party. Every skincare party should have these 4 goals, right? Who is my next team member? Look at the people. See how they interact. See how they talk with you, right? We talked about if they purchase something, if they are excited about the product, right? A lot of things. So listen to the class. Listen and think about who's my next team member, right? Your goals have 2 bookings from each facial, each class. Of course, facial would be 1 booking, but each party should have at least 2 parties booked, right? So that's another goal. Ongoing parties, okay? Referrals. Who do they know? The best way in Mary Kay, we don't go out and advertise, but we are so thankful for you guys sharing your family and friends, right? So you can get future bookings, okay? So referrals, that's the 3rd thing. The last thing is selling sets. And we're going to talk about selling sets, okay? So let's say you have a party, whether it's your home studio or her home studio, and it's 1 in 3 people, right? But you arrive early to set everything up, and you're in the kitchen, you're helping her, you're setting your things up, and you just quaintly ask her, tell me who is coming today. So you want to know a little bit, oh my gosh, it's my best friend. It's my mom. My mom brought her best friend, right? So ask her who's coming today, right? And who do you think would be good at doing what I do? Now, these are things you need to remember to ask the hostess because they're all key questions. Usually she'll say, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Or she could even say, oh my gosh, so-and-so really needs some money. Maybe this would be good for her, right? So it starts you already thinking Susie needs a job or can't afford this or whatever. So then you could connect with Susie and think, oh, she might be my new team member, right? So ask her, who do you think that is coming that might be good at doing what I do? Usually they say nobody, right? So then I always say, well, what about you? Have you ever thought about doing what I'm doing? Okay. I have to say 100% of the time, they've never said, oh, yes, I think I'd like to do what you do. No, that's never happened, right? But it puts a little idea in their head and their subconscious, and that's what you want. How about you, right? Watch me today and tell me what you think. Okay, watch me today. You want her to go from the skincare participating, which she's still going to participate, but into that idea, could I do what she's doing? Right? So I would just say, hey, watch me. See what you think. Tell me what you think at the end. Okay. All right. So I love one way to get referrals, right? So you've had her sit down at the skincare party. I always have them come in and sit down, and I say, if you don't mind, finish filling out the right side. Tell me your address, your birthday, all that stuff, right? Hopefully you've got some of this. So if there's time, they could fill all of this out, right? But if there's not time, then you could do it later. But you need the address. You need her birthday. You need when to contact her, right? You need this stuff. You need, is her skin dry, normal, right? Hopefully you pre-profiled. We talked about that before. And you have her name already filled out. You have her dry skin, what she wants to change about her skin. I have that on my profile. When they sit down, their name is on their profile. Okay, because I need to be prepared. So I've already asked the question. So have these filled out. Okay, so now through the party, I'm always talking about products, right? I have my flip chart. We're going to talk about this. And I'm having them write down, oh, how did you like your lips and your hands? Great. Well, write down in this big pink square or number 8, lips and hands, right? Every time you talk about a product, how do you like the way your cleanser feels, Judy? Oh, great. You should write cleanser on there, right? How do you like the way your moisturizer feels, Judy? Oh, right? Write down moisturizer. So she should be writing these things down, right? So by the time we get to the referral section over here, it's a game, right? Who likes to play a game? Great. Get your cell phones out because I let you cheat, right? So get your cell phones out, okay? So this is a referral game. We play usually 2 to 3 games, but always 2 games. Okay, so this is one. The other game we play is called the referral game. Now, I'm going to tell you, this was taught to me, and I was always telling my director, oh my gosh, I keep forgetting to get referrals. I keep forgetting to ask about referrals. I keep forgetting to ask about referrals. Or they're not booking their follow-up. Why are they not booking their follow-up? Why, right? So here's why. You have to say it at least 10 times at your facial or your skincare party, right? How do you like your cleanser? Great. On your follow-up, you get to try another cleanser. Or on your follow-up, we'll see how your cleanser is working for you, right? On your follow-up, you'll get to try real glamour and not just a liquid eyeshadow, okay? On your follow-up, you get to try the charcoal mask. On your follow-up. So you have to say at least 10 times during your facial. So they told me about this game, which I love because, oh my gosh, it helps me so much. And the people eat it up. In fact, one of my games, they were saying it and they were passing it and I didn't even say it. I'm like, did I say that? So it was kind of funny. So it's called a referral game. I have it taken apart just so you can see. Now, typically this is what you can give each person as they come in the door, a gift, right? Remember how we talked about giving them a gift? So I would tell you to give them these little hand creams, right? Now you can and a little chocolate or a mint with some shred and a little bag from the dollar store, whatever. Okay. So you could put in here, remember there is those Shea body lotions and scrubs. You could put that in here. You could put in a couple of samples if you don't have anything else. Put in a charcoal mask, a moisturizing renewing mask samples. What I like about this is the weight. Because they're going to toss it, right? They're going to toss it and it's easier. So here's the game, girls. Every time I say the word follow up, okay? Now in here, every time I say the word follow up, right? Then we're going to pass this to the first person who goes follow up. Okay. So I say, okay, so everybody knows what we're going to do. The game is called follow up. And you wait and they look at you and you're like, and they're like, oh, yeah, follow up. Okay. So this is fun because this will help you to remember because you will see it on the table. And so as you see it on the table, you want to go, oh my gosh, follow up, follow up, follow up. Okay. Because you want this to bounce around. At the end of the game, at the end of the night, when you are done and you're going to be doing your one-on-one consultations, you could say, we're going to get together and I'm going to book your follow-up. So that's the last one you're going to say, and whoever gets it gets a gift. Okay, this is amazing. It changed my life. Okay, I'm just telling you. So this is great. Okay, so this is called follow-up game. Follow-up, okay? Now, the other one is called the referral game. Okay, so the other one is a referral. The nicest compliment you could give me would be refer me to your family and friends. So who do you know that would love to come with you or come by themselves for their own personal consultation? Okay, now I usually say, I know you guys have at least 10 names and numbers, but I'm only going to give you 2 minutes. So ready, set, go. Now remember, I've already had them flip it over. I already had them get their cell phones out, and I told them we're going to play games. So 2 games I play is the follow-up and the referral game. These are very, very, very important. Future bookings. Both of them are future bookings, okay? So you want to have these things, okay? So simple. Now, at the beginning of your skincare class, you have your flip chart out, right? Now mine's a little different than everybody else's, but it doesn't matter. It's a skincare, right? That's not the right one, but you know what I mean. So you have your skincare out, your flip chart out. Don't you love this one? You have a flip chart out, right? You have everything set out. I'm going to talk about in a minute the setting up of class and the way it goes. I typically go the way the flip chart goes. Okay, now you will want to write on your flip chart. Sometimes, somehow, Mary Kay doesn't tell you about the eye makeup remover. I cannot tell you how many times I have forgot to do the eye makeup remover until after the cleanser because I'm following the flip chart and it doesn't say eye makeup remover. So I started writing it on the top. Okay, so I'm going to show you I have it written down in a piece of paper with the pink boot camp, so you could go step by step by step. But typically, step by step is all in your flip chart. Even the clothes. Okay, so you have your skincare. You have now I added this because I like the before and after pictures, okay? But you have, look, on your follow-up, we could do charcoal mask, okay? You have about you, a little bit about you, right? And the company. So you want to talk about that. Then we're going to do the dash out the door. Today, we're going to do the dash out the door. But next time, for your follow-up, we're going to do glamour, okay? Now, before this, I typically like to do the follow-up game, the referral game, okay? After skincare, before this, I like to do the referral game, okay? In hers, it has it in a different place, but you could decide what works best for you, okay? Sometimes if I forget, I'll do it after dash out the door. They don't know. They don't know where it goes, okay? Now, this is her book to look, which is her follow-up. It talks about the game. Okay, so that's fine. This is the other skincare sets on your next follow-up. We have some other skincare lines if you would like to try them, right? Or Susie's coming and your mom's coming. She needs a more mature set. We have that, right? And then of course the roll-up bag clothes. So we're going to talk about the roll-up bag clothes. Okay. But before we do that, we're going to talk about the table clothes. I have to tell you, at the beginning of your skincare is where you're going to set it up for all of this. It is very, very important that you talk about what we're going to do before the skincare class. Okay. Now, for some reason, I must have missed that paper. Okay, so it's in your homework somewhere. So one of the things that you want to do, you have them fill out their profile cards. I do satin hands, satin lips, right? I bring them back. Now, you could do before you do set hands, set lips, you should do, I wanted to let you know what we're doing today. Let me tell you, women want to know what you're doing before you do it. Okay. They want to know why are they doing what they're doing. So this gives them a really short outline. You're not going to say, oh, this is what we're doing, blah, 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 blah. No. You're going to go, okay, so great. So today we're going to do your lips and your hands first. Then I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, a little bit about Mary Kay. You're going to get to experience our wonderful miracle set and a dash out the door look. And then at the end, I'll ask you a couple of questions. We're going to do a couple little games. And I love to get together with you 2 more times. This time is because I get to pick what we're doing. Next time, you get to pick what you want to do. And the third time, I like to go to coffee. Now, I personally do this. Other directors, nationals don't do this. I personally do this for 2 reasons. I have found for myself, the third time gets us away from the table and gets us away from the sales to get to know them personally. And then I always share about the opportunity. But I tell them that just like I do this, right? So typically we're going to get together 2 more times. Next time you get to tell me what you want to try. And then the next time is we're going to go to coffee and I buy the coffee. Okay. So, and then we're going to do our individual close. I will take you away from the table so we could talk about what you love, what you didn't like, and a little bit of personal beauty consultation. Okay. So I set that up at the beginning of the class. That's typically what I say. I set up at the beginning of the class. So then when I am doing the games and we're talking about booking your follow-up, right at the end, she's going to be, okay, so she knows we're going to do an individual close because I already told her you need to take her away from the table. Now, I have to tell you, this is so important, okay? Especially if there's a mother, daughter, sister, or something. You don't know if they owe them money. I'm just telling you, this has happened to me before. I thought, I'll just sit here and I just do my individual close. And all of a sudden, and the mother looks at the daughter and goes, well, I thought you had to pay your phone bill. Or you had to go do this, or you had to go do that. And I'm like, okay. So individual close. It's a personal money matter between her and you. Not between her mother, not between her friends. It's between her and you. I typically pick the one, the most excited, that seems like they're having fun, and you feel like they're going to buy the roll-up bag because that's going to set them up for everybody to buy a roll-up bag. Okay. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but typically, or the person that needs to leave right now, because that does happen. If you have a lot of people, I pick the most excited and then I go, who needs to leave, right? Pick the next person. Okay. So before you do an individual close, I love this because she says, you're probably wondering how much does it cost? And can I take it home today? Right? Great. My trunk is loaded and here are the specials today. So you can either turn over your placemat. Now, Mary Kay has the placemats, right? Mary Kay has the placemats. I have a closing sheet. You pick the one you want. If you want to use Mary Kay's, it's great. It's already done for you. And she'll tell you, we're going to go over the sets and circle the ones that you would like to take home, right? Totally simple, right? You get a dry erase marker, circle the sets you used today. If money was no object, circle the sets you want in your bathroom. Okay. Now we're going to romance the roll-up bag. So typically I have, I'm going to read the bottom of this just a second. I do say I accept all forms of card payment, cash, check, Venmo, and Cash App. Those are the ones that I use now. You can find different closing sheets. This is one. This is one that I personally made up until I could find the one I want. I like 3 options. This is 3 options. Okay, this is it. This is all she gets. 3 options. You have 3 options. I like this because it's simple. It's easy. I love this because it gives them options, but sometimes it's too many options. Okay. So I do love that. Okay. So, okay. So now on your flip chart, it will read all these things that you can say. So you're going to flip to the side of the skincare set. Now on your flip chart, like this one, has a picture of the roll-up bag, okay? Now I typically, if you have been in any of my classes, I actually have a $300 roll-up bag with their mirror on top of it. That's how I set up the skincare class. It raises the mirror and here's their products. So I will say, okay, I move their mirror and I say, okay, everybody grab your bag. Okay, now I'm going to romance this bag. Everything you did today is in this bag. This is the best deal. And when we open it, you're going to say, ooh and ah. Are you ready? Okay, so here we go. Ooh, ah. Now they're like, oh my gosh, every time their eyes get so big, right? And they're sitting there. So typically they lay it in front of them on their thing, okay? So I say, okay, I want to show you a little bit about this roll-up bag and why I love this roll-up bag. I love it because it flips, right? I could hang it up anywhere, okay? I love that about this roll-up bag. I love that you could they're all Velcroed on. So you can take them wherever you want to go, especially if you want to go on an airplane ride or if you want to go somewhere, right? So every one of them Velcro. Here's the other thing I love is a zipper on top. Now, if you are lazy like me, you tend to just throw your products in and leave it open. Who cares? It's fine, right? So that's what I love about it. It has a zipper on the top, okay? Now, everything you did today is in here. Isn't that great? Everything. So it takes the guesswork out of it. You can hang it up in your bathroom and you are ready to go. So this is your miracle set. Now, I typically go over this, right? This is your cleanser. I have it in front of me. Your cleanser, your moisturizer, your day and night. We did that on your left side. This is the 2-step system with the eye cream. This is your miracle set. So this usually runs $110 and you save about $14 getting it today as a set, okay? This is your microdermabrasion. This is the one we did on the right side that took off the dead skin. Show it up there. You do it twice a week, right? This is your dash out the door, plus your eye makeup remover, right? Your eye cream, your mascara, your primer, your liquid eyeshadow, what else is in here? That CC cream, primer, mascara, liquid eyeshadow, lip gloss. That's the other one. And then the last one is your satin hands, satin lips. Now, I'm sure you're asking me, so this is only $2.99. You save about $100 when you get it this way. And you have everything ready to go. Now, what I love about this is you can do I don't tell my husband, a little bit of everything plan, or you can even make payments, or you could get it like this and take it straight home, okay? Then I do the other options. The other options are these two, the miracle set. Then I set it up for that. Miracle set, this is my options. Miracle set, microdermabrasion, eye makeup remover, primer, and CC cream. So that runs you $199. You're still going to get the roll-up bag for free, and you're going to save about $74, okay? And then, of course, the last one is the miracle set. So when I do my individual clothes, I ask them, which set would you like to take home today? And I shut up, okay? You need to shut up. Now, we're going to back up a little bit, okay? So that's my roll-up bag clothes. I romance it. I talk about it. I show them. You have to give them time to process. Okay. You just said $2.99. That's what they heard. Now, remember, I did not say $299. Never, ever, ever say $299. Listen to what you say. Listen to when you go to other people's, if you go to buy a TV, if you go to buy a big appliance or something, they never say dollars. They say $299. Okay. $1,999. They never say dollars. Okay. So listen for that. Okay. So this is really key. Okay. So now the individual clothes is in your flip chart. If you don't know what to say, it's in your flip chart. Okay. So you can bring your flip chart with you. You need to get away from the table. You need to have Tell her to bring this. Tell her to bring her closing sheet, whatever it is. And you need to have a receipt and you need to have your date book. Why? Because you're going to book their follow-up, right? With their referrals. Okay. So it's totally easy. All right. It says transition statement. Don't say blemishes and budget are personal. You need to leave the table. We talked about that. We talked about, oh, you also need to have your money bag. So that's supply you need to have. Okay. Now you're going to go over the answers. You're going to make sure she filled this out. I'm just going to tell you, make sure she filled it out and then go back here to make sure she filled it out. Yeah. Your goal is to get a yes. Yes on the 4 things that you want to do in your individual close. Okay. Now I'm going to kind of tell you my individual close and then I'm going to go over the party outline real quick because that's going to be on one of the things I hand you, but I did quirk it a little bit. I always say, thank you, Judy, so much for coming. I so appreciate your time. I hope you had fun. Did you have fun? Great. What was your most favorite thing you got to try? What did you like about our products compared to yours? Great. Well, I see your wish list right here. Great. Now, what set would you like to start with tonight? Do you want to start with your roll-up bag? Now, make sure she brings her roll-up bag with you to individual clothes. Or were you thinking something else? You give her 2 options. Do you want to start with the roll-up bag? Or were you thinking something else? 2 options. And then you need to be quiet. The first one who talks takes it home. Okay? I'm telling you, sometimes they're overwhelmed. Sometimes it's 2 minutes. Okay, you can have your skincare class in 1 hour and could take them 1 hour to figure out what they want. Okay, so let them take their time. This is an individual purchase. Okay, they need to take their time. Now, if it's been 2 minutes, you could say, you know what, I think you might need a little bit of help. What were you thinking? Now, sometimes I will tell you, one of the greatest gifts that the girls were telling me here is, let's say they had a list. Remember, I told you to write down the things they liked. They have it listed here. Okay. They see the $200 roll-up bag, right? So you go, well, let me try something. Cleanser, $24. Day cream, $32. Satin hands, satin lips. Start putting the price down here. Let her see the things that she liked, how much it was. And then if you want, total it up. See, okay, this is your wish list. Is this better for you? Now, a lot of times it'll be the second roll-up bag, the $199. Actually, more than that because it's, not in a thing. But sometimes you could say, okay, how, especially if you did soap and water, I said, well, maybe we should just start with the miracle set. And then next time you can work on some of the other things you liked. But maybe you could like to get it free or half off when you have some of your friends with you from the referral game. So give her ideas, give her options. Do not push her. You will get nothing. And don't come with the money on your head. Don't go into the class going, I need money. They'll see money here and you'll walk out with a mascara. Every stinking time. It irritates me. If you go in going, I'm just going to give them fun. Mary Kay always said, everybody wears a sign. Make me feel important. It's not about you. It's about that lady in front of her, helping her to feel important and helping her to feel beautiful. That's what it's about. It's about her. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to go over this really fast because my time is running out. So you need to set up the class, talk to the hostess. We talked about that. You need to welcome the guests. We talked about that. Set and have some. You need to have your iStory. In one of our trainings, we talked about an iStory. You need to have an iStory. Remember, a little bit about you, a little bit about me, a little bit about Mary Kay. Okay. You need to have your agenda. Tell them your agenda. We talked about that too. We're going to play 2 games. We're going to do the follow-up game, right? Referral game. So you're going to talk about your products. You're going to put it all together. So this gives you ideas. I always quirk a couple of them. So if you want to know which ones I quirked, let me know. I am giving you a supply list. These are the things that I recommend you having as a supply for your skincare classes. Now, this is all about the things you need: your profile, your date book, your washcloths, your throwaway washcloths, right? your dry erase markers, all that stuff. Most of that should be in your kit that you purchased, just saying, okay? The other things that you're going to need, like these, you could find where at Walmart, right? And so she kinds of talked about, she has some things here, okay? So you have your appointment supply list, and you have your weekly challenge. So I know we went fast, furious. I am going to be recording a skincare facial, hopefully soon. I have to get permission before I do a recording. So it's taking a little longer than I anticipated. So you need to make sure you review. You have everything ready before you get started. You need to make sure you know your outline. You have your eye story. You have your closing. Okay. This is not something you haphazardly just pop in. And I assure you, watch me. Watch the people on Mary Kay In Touch. They have them. Okay. Watch some skincare classes before you go. It will help you feel more successful. Okay. Make sure you have all your party supplies ready to go. All your games, your bags, your thank yous, all of it ready to go. Okay. And then print out anything that you need. Print it out. Okay. So I hope you learned a little something. I hope you remember everything happens at a skincare party. It is the funnest and most challenging. So always call your director. Let her know what you loved, if you had a good time, what you would change. Always evaluate yourself and go, what could I have done better? What could I have changed? Call up to your director, right? And then make sure you're doing your paperwork and having fun. Mary Kay is about having fun. If you have fun, they'll have fun. Then you could get recruits because then they'll have fun. So thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to hear your feedback on what you guys loved about the 6-week boot camp. So don't forget your challenges. Have a great week. And I want to hear about your skincare class this week. All right. Bye.